Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. It is tea time with the diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. Listen, I got a busy day today. I'm up just preparing my house for my book club meeting. I hope y'all have an amazing Sunday. It depending upon what time I end my little activity today, I will probably go live tonight because there's so many things to talk about, so much going on in the streets. But this morning I want to talk about this DEI, elimination, I'm gonna call it, that was being spearheaded by our new president Donald Trump. And it has people split. It has a lot of people in an uproar. It has some people saying it should have never been there in the first place, it's unfair, it's reverse discrimination, and others are saying, oh my God, what are we going to do? They are really going to cut these programs. Some of the major stores that we heard that is cutting back so far is Target, Walmart, what's the Amazon, and many people said they were going to stop shopping at said places because of their announcement that they're cutting back and rolling back on these DEI efforts, okay, our initiatives. And so as a result, Reverend Al Sharpton is one of them that said, you know what? We're not going to shop there. We're going to put our money where our mouth is, okay? Our mouth where our money is, whichever saying you like, the way you say it. We're going to show them by disrespecting us with cutting back and rolling back on DEI that they won't get our dollars. So we're not going to shop there. And as a result, he took 100 people to Costco. He gave them a gift card so they can show their support to Costco. You're showing your support to us by not rolling back on these DEI initiatives, and we're going to show our support to you. Where you have another side of it where Tabitha Brown said, please do not stop shopping at said places, because small businesses do still have their product there. It's not easy to rip your product off of said shelves. It costs money. And she said, don't stop shopping there. Just go there and shop for the products that you want and then leave. So listen, I'm not here to tell you what side to decide on, shop or not to shop. That's going to be something that you have to, wrestle with yourself in your head, whether you're not, you will still go shop at said place. But I think that what people don't understand, they saying this reverse, racism or discrimination, right? When you have set programs. But I think people are forgetting why said programs had to come in place in the first place. They came into place in the first place is because it was discovered that people of color, were being discriminated against. They were not getting opportunities. They were not being treated fairly. So the government stepped in, so to speak, and said, okay, hey, certain these people can't, we're noticing that when these people go to buy a house in said neighborhood, they're always being declined, or they're being discriminated against. People are not renting to them, so forth and so on. And that's where part of these initiatives came into place to say, okay, 10% of your people in your school have to be minorities or disadvantaged, people. 10% of your housing when you build it has to go to underprivileged people. And 10% is nothing. 10% is nothing. It's a smidgen, okay? And 10%, I'm just threw that number out there, but some of them are even lower than a 10% initiative. So the question is, are you going to shop or not shop? And how do you feel about this whole DEI situation? So let me share a screen. Let's hear Tabitha speak first. Where am I? I think we're going to go here. Maybe it is this one. Let me share a screen. Yes, it is. Okay, let's hear Tabitha speak as to why you should continue to shop, but just be selective on what you shop for when you go on said stores. Because if you don't shop, it's not only going to impact her, it's going to impact other, people who own small businesses. Let's listen.
Up there. Y'all all right? I know. It has been a tough week, right? And baby, it's been a tough 2025 and we are still in January. But I know many of you are asking and have asked and sent me messages about the recent DEI announcements at Target as well. And as disheartening as it is for me, I'm not the only one affected by this, right? It's for everyone who is a woman-owned business, minority-owned businesses, Black-owned businesses. It's for so many of us who work so very hard to be placed into retail, to finally be seen and approved for retail. Because contrary to whatever the world might tell you, it has been very hard for Black-owned businesses to hit shelves, right? Which is why it's such a big deal when we do finally land inside of retail. So it is definitely heartbreaking to feel unsupported, right? However, I am in business in multiple ways with Target, with Walmart, and Amazon, right? I sell Donna's Recipe, my hair care products, right, are on Amazon. They're also in Target. And of course, I have a huge partnership with Target. I sell my seasonings at Walmart. I do business all over, just like many other people. And what I can tell you is, if we all decide to boycott and be like, no, we're not spending no money at these organizations. Listen, I get it. And if that's how you feel, honey, I 1000% get it. But so many of us will be affected and our sales will drop. Our business will be hurt. And if any of you know business, it doesn't just happen overnight where you can just go take all your stuff and pull it off the shelves. There's a process. And then you got to, like, where are you going to put it? You got to have a place to store it. That's money, right? You got to have another place to sell it, which is almost impossible sometimes. And even if you sell online, it's a process when it comes to business. And everyone does not have the funds or the means or the availability, the space to house their own products, right? But the thing that concerns me the most, and I want you to hear me and hear me well, if we all decide to stop supporting said businesses and say, you know, I can't buy nothing from there, even the businesses who were affected by the DEI ban, right? What that does is you take all our sales and they dwindle down. And then those companies get to say, oh, your products are not performing. And they can remove them from the shelves and then put their preferred businesses on the shelves. And then what happens to all the businesses who've worked so hard to get where they are? Then what happens, right? Now, I know that something that could solve it is ownership of these big corporations, right? It's a long way to go there. There are amazing companies like the Village Market in Atlanta, right, who support small businesses, and you can go in there and there's some amazing things that you can buy, but it's one store and it's very small. We're talking about mass market. You can't build that overnight. Do we all sometimes have these big dreams and aspirations to do that? Absolutely, right? But it is easier said than done, but it's not impossible. But until then, and in order to get there, we unfortunately have to play the game. And in playing that game, we got to be smarter than the ones who think they're in control, okay? And I say that to say, Don't allow a, trying to be mindful with how I say this because I want God to give me the right words, but don't allow foolishness to take us into separation and weed us out. Do you understand? Because sometimes that's what they want. And in times like this, they're telling us that. Okay? So as frustrating as I listen, as frustrating as the whole situation is, as frustrated as I am, as all of you are, we still got to be smart. Now, you can still go into those stores if you choose to and buy specific brands that you want to support and let the other things, right, not get your money. But be very specific. There's so many women, right, that have worked hard to be a woman-owned business. Donna's Recipe is women, two women, me and Gina Wu is my business partner. We are self-funded. We're self-funded. And we are on shelves in limited doors at Target, right? Other companies, right? There's a Black History Month is coming right now, and all of these brands are about to be showcased, some of them for the first time. And of course, they would do something like this right now, but they still need their moment. They still need.
Well, you get the gist of what she's saying, right? She's saying that it's going to hurt her business, and not just hers, but others that are in a similar situation as hers, if we all just go stop shopping at said places. Let me share screen again. All right. And this is with the National Action Network. Um, um, what's his name? Reverend Al Sharpton took the people to Costco, bust them over there in Harlem to shop. He gave them a gift card.
All right, let's go. Bus one. This is already fast. Hey.
I gotta cut off this sound. I just thought about it. That music might get me in trouble. But leading over 100 members of National Action Network to the Costco in East Harlem for a buy-in to show our support for strong commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. At a time when DEI is under attack from President Trump and others in the private sector, Costco has stood firm, proving that doing the right thing is also smart business. On this past Monday, as we honor Martin Luther King's legacy, I made a promise we will boycott those who abandoned DEI, but we will also uplift and support the companies that stand with us. Costco is leading by example, and today we stand with them. Ooh, this is a huge debate. I think we're going to get more into this. On my show tonight when I do trending topics. But in the meantime, chat with me in the comments. And when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this DEI situation. Are you going to boycott or are you going to shop? Listen, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like button. I'll see you on the next video.